Examine the liner system. Lay the liner flat on your work area. Check protective wristlets for shrinkage, excessive stretching, and physical damage. Pull at the sides to see if there is sufficient elasticity. If the wristlets have thumb holes, check them as well. Examine the seams that attach the wristlets to your liner system. Look for missing or broken stitches. Check the seam integrity by grasping material on both sides of the seam. Pull them in opposite directions while looking for weaknesses as you work your way around the sleeve. Damaged or improperly functioning wristlets should be marked on the inspection form and repaired before returning the garment to service. Examine the face cloth of your thermal liner and substrate of your moisture barrier. When checking the thermal liner face cloth, you'll need to turn the sleeves and legs inside out so the face cloth of the thermal liner is on the outside. Inspect all seams, looking for broken or missing stitches. Check each seam's integrity by grasping material on both sides of the seam and pulling in opposite directions. As you pull, look for weak areas where the seam separates and opens. Note the location of the weak areas on your inspection form. Check the fabric of your face cloth and substrate of your moisture barrier for physical damage, such as rips, tears, cuts, and abrasions, damaged or missing hardware, thermal damage, such as charring, burn holes, melting, or discoloration. Give extra attention to locations that correspond with damage discovered on the outer shell. If you find any, note it on the inspection form. Discoloration, significant changes in material texture, and loss of material strength can be signs of UV, heat, or chemical degradation. If you discover any damage on the face cloth of your thermal liner or on the substrate of the moisture barrier, document it on the inspection form and mark it for either additional testing or repair. You also need to perform a light evaluation on your liner composite. It is helpful to have a person assist you. You will also need a light source that provides enough light to show changes in the thickness of the liner materials. It should not produce enough heat to damage the liner composite. The light's bulbs should not make direct contact with the liner composite, and it needs to be able to fit into the sleeves of your coat. In this example, the inspector is using a fluorescent trouble light. Slowly pass the light over the liner system. As you observe the light's movement, the brightness should be uniform. If it's brighter in some areas than others, this could be an indication of insulating material shifting or migrating, and a complete liner inspection needs to be performed prior to returning the garment to service. Perform the light test on the front and back panels, upper back, shoulders, underarms, and sleeves of the coat, and on the waist, knees, and crotch areas of the pants. Also check areas where thermal damage was identified during your examination of the outer shell and liner system.